Look at your hand. Really look at it. The texture of your skin, the lines in your palm, the way the light hits your knuckles. It feels solid. It feels like an objective, unchangeable fact of the physical world. It isn't. Everything you are perceiving right now, the screen, the room, your own body, is a simulation, a high-fidelity, instantaneous render, created in the dark, silent theater of your skull. You are not seeing the world. You are hallucinating it. And the only reason you don't call it madness is because everyone else is hallucinating the exact same thing. How can you be sure the desk in front of you is real? You can't. Your brain is locked in a dark, soundproof box. It has never seen a sunset. It has never touched a piece of wood. It has never felt the cold. All it receives are pulses of electricity, cables of data shooting up from your nerves. It translates these pulses into what you call reality. But it's not receiving raw data. It's making a best guess. Consider the darkroom problem. If your brain is hidden away in the dark, how does it know where your hand ends and the wall begins? It doesn't. It relies on a process called predictive coding. Your brain is a prediction machine. It is constantly looping. I predict I see a table. I receive sensory input. Does it match? Most of the time, the prediction is right. When the prediction is wrong, we call it an illusion, but it goes deeper than simple optical tricks. Consider your blind spot. Everyone has a physical hole in their retina where the optic nerve connects. In that exact spot, you are functionally blind. Yet you don't see a black hole in your field of vision, do you? Your brain doesn't just ignore it. It paints over it. It takes the texture of the surrounding environment, guesses what should be in the hole, and fills it in. You are literally seeing things that are not there, simply because your brain is too lazy to admit it missed a spot. Think of those optical illusions that make you dizzy. A spinning spiral, a checkerboard where two squares seem different colors, but are actually the same. These aren't failures of your eyes. They are the moments your brain's prediction engine trips up. Your brain creates a reality based on experience, not raw data. When it's given input that defies its model, like a trick image, it force-fits the reality to match the prediction. So why do we call it a controlled hallucination? Because the control comes from the outside world. If you start hallucinating that you can fly, you'll walk off a cliff and hit the ground. The feedback of hitting the ground, a painful correction, forces your brain to update its prediction. The world keeps your hallucination in check. If it didn't, you would be living in a dream you couldn't wake up from. This leads us to a dangerous concept called active inference. You aren't a passive observer. You are an active participant in creating your reality. Your brain doesn't just wait for sensory input. It goes out looking for it. If you believe that people are inherently judgmental, you will subconsciously look for micro-expressions of boredom or annoyance in others. You will interpret a polite glance as a sneer. You aren't finding the truth. You are finding confirmation of your current model. You are hallucinating a hostile world because that is the model your brain has optimized to keep you safe based on past data. This changes everything about how you navigate your life. If your reality is a prediction, then your emotional state is also a prediction. When you feel stressed or anxious, your brain is predicting that you are in danger. It's a simulation of a threat. If you hold a belief that people don't like me, your brain will subconsciously scan your environment for evidence that matches that prediction. You will literally ignore people smiling at you and fixate on a bored expression across the room. You are filtering reality to match your internal model. This is why we get stuck in loops of overthinking. You aren't reacting to the world. You are reacting to your prediction of the world. And if your prediction is built on a foundation of past failures, your reality will always be a place where you fail. You are the architect of your own perception. The breakthrough comes when you realize the prediction is mutable. If you change the input, the deliberate actions you take, the environment you choose, the narratives you accept, you force the brain to update its model. You aren't changing the world. You are changing the hallucination. This isn't just theory. It's the neurological basis of cognitive reframing. By questioning the facts your brain is presenting as reality, you break the grip of the autopilot. When you feel that familiar spike of panic or the sudden urge to procrastinate, stop. Ask yourself, is this an objective fact, or is this my brain's current prediction based on an outdated, fearful model? This requires a mental audit. You have to treat your thoughts like data points in an experiment. If you're afraid to launch a project, ask, is the fear based on the current reality? Or is it a prediction based on that time you failed 5 years ago? If it's the latter, you are hallucinating a limitation that no longer exists. You are not the prisoner of your perceptions. You are the user of them. You can't change the dark box your brain lives in, but you can change the code that interprets the signals. Understanding this makes the world feel different. It makes it feel lighter, more pliable. If you want to change your reality, you don't need to change the world. You need to update your model of it. Start by changing your inputs. Stop reading the news that makes you angry. Stop hanging out with people who force you to play a role you hate. Stop feeding your brain the same default data. When you change the data, you change the hallucination. And when you change the hallucination, you change the only reality you will ever know. If this idea of hacking your own perception changed how you see your daily obstacles, subscribe to 2D Truth. We go deep into the mechanics of the human mind, one visual truth at a time. The next time you feel like the world is pushing back, remember that's just your brain making a guess. Start making a better one.